Grand Rising. Today I want to talk about self-mastery. I speak on this subject from a very passionate perspective because this is a journey that I've been on for quite some time. The last few years, very intentional, since 21, but I've been on this journey for quite some time. And one of the things that I want to talk about when it comes to self-mastery is understanding that attaining different levels of self-mastery through the healing that you do and mastering your own patterns when it comes to your emotional and mental behaviors that affect your behavior patterns. Mastering the mind and the emotional body is the two main components that help with this process. Because once you are able to control and master the mind to where the thoughts don't bother you the same, you're able to have a more clear and higher perspective on situations and the things that you've been through in life. When it comes to the mental body, and then with the emotional body, when you learn to master your emotions, people can't get a rise out of you, or you will feel the emotion, but you won't give it the same physiological response. And that's when you get to change the paradigm and you change the reaction that you give it, which changes the present moment, which leads to a different outcome in the future. It's a new you showing up in that moment. Being able to master the emotions that came from situations, people, places, thoughts, and memories. All these different factors can play a part in the way that you respond to a situation. And so, in this life, one of my favorite quotes is, life is meant to be lived forward, but can only be understood backwards. And I came across that quote when I was studying at UAGC, University of Arizona Global Campus. And it's stuck with me ever since. Because all my life I've heard that hindsight is 20/20. And now I understand how valuable it is for you to take time out throughout your day, throughout your life, to reflect on things that you've been through. Because if hindsight is 20/20, then when you look back and reflect on the things that you've been through, you see it all clear. The components, the different situations, the players, the field, as you would say, or the chessboard, how the strategy was laid out. And that's why, if you're on a journey of self-mastery, this is a very important factor that you have to implement as a part of your regimen. Intentional time for pausing and reflecting, which also helps to balance the polarities of the masculine and feminine energy. But the masculine energy is direct, it takes action. The feminine energy rests and receives. And when you rest and take that time to reflect, you receive everything you meant to from that situation. What it taught you, how you overcame it, how you changed the physical response to it, how you mastered the pattern, breaking the cycle. Because the thought triggers the emotion triggers the response. That response goes into the body, the memory bank, the subconscious mind. That's how we program the subconscious mind, through repetition, repeated patterns, which then forms the thought again, which creates the cycle. But once you learn how to master the mental and the emotional body, you take away the trigger. There's no trigger to set off the thought. There's no longer a trigger in the emotional body to set off the physiological response, which creates a new you in that moment. Being in the present moment and learning to be present is also another huge component to self-mastery. If you're anxious about the past or fearful about the future, you're not in the present moment. Allowing yourself to be present, right here, right now, fully, in this moment, whatever it is you're doing. The more you can hold attentional awareness to that moment, the more you can learn learn to master being present. And it'll take time to build up longevity with it. But you build a brick a day. You take one step at a time in the right direction every day. It's all that matters. This is a journey. We have to remember, it's not about the destination. It's all about the journey. It's all about the becoming. Because when you take time to stop, pause, and reflect on how far you've come, not only will you see the mountains in the distance now that you're in the valley, or you'll see the valley that's now in the distance now that you've surmounted the mountain and overcome the challenge. Not only will you have surmounted the mountain and realize that you've overcome the challenge, you also would have realized who you've become in the process. And this is why it is important to trust the process. Because in the journey of the process, you are the process becoming what you need to be. Take stock of where you are today, reflect on how far you've come, and then realize who you've become in the process. This is what the Bible speaks on when it talks about being transformed by the renewing of your mind. You literally become a new person. You evolve into a better version of yourself. Higher version of yourself. Higher self. And that is what I have for you today here on Self Mastery.